Forward guidance is the communication intended to signal to the public the likely future path of monetary policy. I recently dropped a video saying the Fed is talking, you're not listening. So in this video, we're going to cover that in more depth and use it to help give you better guidance going into 2023 with your financial decisions and beyond. Before we dive deep into this conversation, I want you to take a moment to support the channel so this channel can keep supporting you. The mission of this channel is to help you increase your net worth through proper relationship banking, maximizing your borrowing capacity, proper use of life insurance, and acquiring and owning more real estate. If these things hit home for you or even interest you, I want you to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon. I'm bringing you guys valuable content multiple times a week, if not daily. So like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for your support. Let's get started. So, forward guidance. This is a relatively new stance that the Federal Reserve has taken in communicating its policymaking decisions on the monetary system to the public. It's actually probably not much more than about 10 years old now. There's been some episodes of it in the 1970s, but that was a different era, different set of circumstances. Other than that, what we're experiencing now where the Federal Reserve is openly telling us its current and potential future monetary policy plans is relatively new and it's relatively powerful. Not every economist agrees on this, but the vast majority believe that forward guidance is extremely important to the economy, and it makes it extremely important to your personal finances. In the video that I dropped not long ago saying the Fed is talking and you're not listening, you guys need to go back and check it out. I described how the Federal Reserve is trying to guide each and every one of us in a direction it needs us to go for the long-term health of the economy while minimizing pain for ourselves along the way. So what do birds have to do with your personal finances and leveling up your net worth? So when the Fed is making hawkish statements through their forward guidance and other communications, this is more of the Federal Reserve saying that they plan to be aggressive in tightening the money supply. And the rippling effect that has throughout the economy is very important. What does being dovish typically mean? Dovish is more of a softer or looser monetary policy intended to maybe allow money to flow more freely or potentially pump money into the system. These things have very, very impactful effects on the stock market and the rippling effect throughout the economy. So how does all of this come home to you and your personal finances? Well, it tells you or gives you at least a good gauge of where to put your money. Whenever the Federal Reserve is speaking hawkish about the economy and about their monetary policies, this is usually an indicator that they're using some type of tightening mechanism in the economy in order to, minimize and fight against things like inflation, for instance. So they're trying to slow down the velocity or the flow of money in the system. And in the process of doing so, this usually has a negative impact on assets. So stock market, real estate being two major examples. This also has a contracting effect on the economy, meaning that usually less money is flowing and less business is being done, less hiring is being done. Potential layoffs could come. Dovish communications from the Fed during forward guidance is typically going to be more optimistic views in the sense of loosening the monetary supply. So this is more optimistic as in they plan on either allowing more of a flow of money or potentially pumping money into the system because they're a little bit more concerned about the health of the economy and its performance. So they want to see more job openings. They want to see more hiring, more money flowing, more money being spent, more money being borrowed. So they'll make the money cheaper so it can flow through the economy. How does this benefit you? Well, this tells you that now is a good time to put your money into assets, because when money is flowing, business is being done, the economy is expanding. And when it's expanding, expansion typically means growth. That means that assets are growing. You need to pay attention to these things. This communication method by the Federal Reserve is relatively new, and we honestly don't know how long it's gonna last. This could pivot at some point, and they can go back to decades of their normal functionality where they would raise or lower rates, and by the time you figured out, it was already in play, and the potential protection moves for protection you could have made or for profit or past, or they're significantly out of reach and you have to work that much harder to pursue them. What they're doing right now is telling you in advance where to put your money, sometimes months, potentially even a year or so in advance, where you need to put your money. At this time, things are hawkish. Inflation is high. And even though the economy is a little fragile at the moment or on the verge of being fragile, inflation is their top priority. So it's pretty clear they plan to tighten. So it may be either a good time to stay out of the market, whether it be the stock market or real estate, or if you're savvy enough and do your homework, this is a great buying opportunity if you have the capital and the know-how or the guidance to do so. For those of you who don't have that skill set and don't have somebody's hand to hold in that process, then this is a good time for you to be in deposit products, because rates on deposit products are going up. Why? Because the Federal Reserve is encouraging you to save money. Why is the Federal Reserve encouraging you to save money? Because this takes money out of the system. This slows down the flow of money, which slows down the business cycle, which slows down inflation. The Fed is telling you right now, hey, it would be better if you guys save money and we're going to pay you a little bit better, or we're going to help incentivize you to do that through our policies. When the Fed begins to get dovish again at some point in time, where the economy is more of the focus than inflation, which could come in the next 6, 12, or 24 months, this is when you start to hear this come out in the news. This is a good time for you to position yourself out of cash, out of savings, into assets. Real estate prices and stock market prices are about to improve, and returns in these areas are about to improve. So you need to pay attention to the Federal Reserve. You can do that directly. The Federal Reserve has this content directly on their website and even have a YouTube channel. Or you can do it indirectly through quality media sources, or you can just follow this channel here to learn what the Fed is doing and how you need to position your money. Because I'm going to keep you guys in the loop, because I want to see you win. I know this information was valuable for you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for caring enough about your finances to tune into this, to learn more about how you can increase your net worth. I'm going to continue to drop these gems to you guys on a regular basis. I want you to stay focused, stay in motion. See y'all soon.